Hello friends, let's learn more about the HTML controls. So the next control we'll be learning today, that will be checkbox. So how to create a checkbox. Checkbox is basically used to check multiple options from a given checkboxes, right? So I'll quickly go ahead and create a checkbox for you. So I will name it as suppose I'm giving a hobby here, right? Hobby, and then I will take an input tag because we are again taking an input from the user. So it will be checkbox here, and I will give the name as suppose I'm taking hobby as cricket, so let's name it as cricket. All right, I'll give the value again. Value is most important thing because if we're gonna save this value on the server end as well if we are connecting any server scripting language, so that is important to mention this tag here. All right, so again, next input tag I'll take as football. Input type checkbox, and again this will be football here. Okay, and the value again will take as football. Right, so I'm mentioning all the values here. It's very easy to get this code done, but because we're taking multiple values, right? So we need to create multiple input boxes as well, input checkboxes. So let's quickly go ahead and create the code, and let's run the code to better understand how exactly it works. So football again, sorry, this time we're creating hockey. Okay, don't forget to mention this spot. All right, so I'll take the value again, right? So it is hockey, right? So we are done. Let's run the code and let's check what exactly the output we are getting over there. So this is a previous one. So you can see we have 3 checkboxes, but we don't have values. It's not displaying anything here. Why? Because we didn't mention the name in front of the tag. All right, I would recommend you okay, let's leave it. Let's type here what should we mention here? Cricket, right? First is cricket, second is football, and the last one would be hockey. So this time you will see the difference. It's just the same thing which we have done with radio buttons, right? So if you haven't watched that video, you can go to you can press the bell icon, and you can see the I button and you will get the code. All right, so I'll be having 3 values here, so I can check all of the options because it's just a multiple choice question. We can select all the options if we want, more than one value if you want to select. We can use checkboxes, right? So let's focus on to the next example we have here. Okay, so this time I'll be using Fieldset Tag. Fieldset Tag, why it's important? It's basically used to group it's used to group related elements in the form. If you have related elements, if you want to create if you want to draw a box around those elements, we can use the field set, right? So let's start with the code. Field set, right? We have it here. Okay, now we are creating group. That is the reason we are covering this code in between 2 field tags, right? So, and I'll show you one more tag here which we have mentioned in our tag list, that is the legend tag. Legend tag, basically it's used to give the caption for a field set tag. It is a caption for a field test tag. So I will name it as form or details. That will be easier for you to understand, right? Details. And once we'll run the code, you'll be having a better picture of what exactly this tag does is, right? So I'll create again name, and we'll be using input tag. So it's just used to create a box around the form, right? So I will create type here text. Name would be anything like name, first name, F name. We'll give F name, and the value, we need to enter the value as well. All right, that will be given by the box. Next would be, I'll not use much values, but yes, let's give a value here. All right, email, easy. All right, email, then again input email this time, and the name would be email, right? So let's save it and let's see what it's happening. See, we have a box around the values, right? We have the box, so I'll just create a better look here. We'll use a break tag, br, save it, and we'll run it again. So see, so we have a box around the values, right? This is the normal tag we are using. The box created by the Fieldset tag, and this value is the legend tag, right? This is the caption for this box. I mean, it basically shows what this box is all about, right? I hope you understand this code. Let's move on to the next code. So we'll be having select tag now. So let's use the select tag. Select tag is basically, I will show you, that will be easier for you guys to understand. So our option, we'll be using options here. What options we'll be having? First, we'll give attribute value here, right? Value will be Maruti. We'll be having different options, right? I will name it as Maruti. Okay, so the next option we'll be having, we'll create one more option. Option, again, we'll need to put the value. So we'll give a name as Suzuki. Right here, again, we need to mention Suzuki. Okay, I'll save it, and I'll be giving two options only. So let's see what is happening, right? We have two options. So this is a drop down list. Basically, select tag is used to create a drop down list. So you can create multiple options, right, in order to create a drop down list by using select tag. I hope you understand this code. Let's move on to our next tag, and that will be the last tag for the day. So what will be the tag is all about? Again, we'll be creating a select tag, and we'll be using opt group, right? Option for a group. Opt group is none other than the it's just option for all the groups. So let's create an opt tag, opt group tag. So as you can see, this is a recommendation. All right, we'll create a label. I'll use a label attribute. So I will give as Indian cars. Okay, so under Indian cars, so what we did in the previous code, we just had one box, right? And we'll be having values. We have just one drop down list, but in the drop down list, if we want to create or categorize things, we can use opt group. So under opt group, we need to give options again. So option, we'll name all the Indian cars here, value. So again, I'll give Maruti. Okay, the next option we can have is Suzuki, the way we just used before, right? So it's totally same. I'll just quickly give a name here, right? We'll create a new group. I hope you guys will be understanding this, because we are creating two groups in a single drop down list. So again, I'll give the name. Okay, sorry for that. So I'll create a label here, label. So again, what will be the name? Should be, all right, English cars. Swedish, let's use Swedish cars. Okay, so we have two groups, Indian cars and Swedish cars. So for this, we'll be having options as well. So let's create an option tag here. Okay, sorry. Okay, so option we have. Let's create an option. First option should be, I'll give the value here. So we have Volvo as a Swedish car. Volvo. I'll again name this option. So I'm just using one option. You can choose multiple option. So let's check. Let's run the code. So we have now this drop down list. Let's see. See, the first opt group was, we cannot select the opt group tag, but yes, we can have those values to be selected. We can select Maruti and Suzuki, and from the Swedish cars we can choose Volvo. So that is the benefit of using opt group, right? It is more convenient to use opt group rather than using just the options. Okay, if we have multiple groups option. So this is the code for for today's class. I hope you guys have enjoyed the code and you must have learned something about by using those codes. So in the next class we'll be learning more about tags in different HTML tags. So stay tuned guys. I hope you liked the video, and if you really like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and share the video for sharing the knowledge, right? I'll see you in the next tutorial guys. Bye bye, have a nice day, and thank you for watching.